Greetings, user. Neural link established. Ready for takeoff.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new day in Taiko World Cup 2021. My name is Beat43210, and today I'm joined by Mr. Boo, and both of us today are going to be covering the next match off the round of 16. Mr. Boo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty alright. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well in this fine 2 o'clock in the morning. Today we have China taking on Canada in round of 16. It's going to be fairly good. China has shown that they are very capable of playing the group stage pool and convincingly fended off their competitors in the group stage. Canada topping their group in group stage week, and now both of these teams are going to clash in this pool.
Yeah, kind of excited to see how both of these teams are going to perform. I know quite a few familiar faces on Team Canada at the very least, and as well as seeing the performance from a lot of players from China on other various tournaments or mediums, knowing that pretty much everyone in this match has the potential to be a very, very strong opponent for the varying skill sets. So it'll be really interesting to see how both of these teams scale up against each other.
Yep. So I don't know if we missed the rolls or not. I am not aware if they already... I think they did roll. Yeah, they did. China rolled a 30 and Canada rolled a 51. So getting some quick rolls out the way. China losing the roll, they will be banning first. So in this pool, for those who are tuning in for the very first time, there are 5 no mods in the pool. You just play it how it is. 2 maps with hidden, 2 maps with hard rock, 2 maps with double time enabled, and 3 maps with free mod, providing some flexibility on mod choices, and the tiebreaker if needed. I wanted to say the tiebreaker we could ignore because nobody has ever plays it, but apparently overnight there was some tiebreakers. There was a tiebreaker that took place.
Yeah.
So I can't make that joke anymore.
Almost two.
Yeah.
Those earlier matches that happened about 13-ish hours ago, very, very close and very well fought. But yeah, the kind of some history happening about 13, 14 hours ago where we saw the first round of 16 tiebreaker since I think like 2014.
Well, in recorded history, so
Yeah.
at least within 7 years. To the disappointment of Mango, who I have yet to listen to, that's going to be fun. But here we go, we've got the bans rolling in. So China has banned free mod 2, and Canada has banned free mod 3. Wow, free mod getting a lot of hate in this matchup.
Free mod is definitely a interesting wild card of a variable, and I think both of these teams have respective ups and downs where I feel like they have a lot of confidence in certain aspects of free mod, but they also feel like their opponent has a very similar level of confidence to play this kind of like different mod spreads, and honestly, like both free mod 3 and free mod 2 in particular are very tricky, so it does make a little bit of sense.
Yeah, removing those factors in play. So looks like the first pick by Canada will be double time 1.
Oh, just going straight for double time 1.
Mapped by Volta. It's about 3 minutes in length. Actually, no, sorry. That's 3 minutes before double time is enabled. So about 2 minutes something. I think it's 2 minutes 20, 2 minutes 15. So, it's going to be a good challenge to see where these teams stand in the double time pool.
I mean, Janitor and Visha both are unbelievably consistent players when it comes to this kind of stuff, and I know that they'll have quite a good time on a pick like this, which does make sense that Canada would be opening up with this kind of pick. But it'll be interesting to see what these two players from China are going to be bringing in terms of their consistency. I do know that they have pretty tight URs, so
Here we
on
go.
DT that's pretty huge.
As China takes on Canada, round of 16 matchup. Good luck. As Wei LG? Can't pronounce his username properly.
Pueji?
Yeah, Pueji, I guess. Picks up a huge drop at the start, which is followed up by a break by Michael on his teammate. Janitor had a break himself in the introduction, but it was followed up with very strong accuracy, which is helping Canada get a very good lead. Actually, over 100,000 points this early in the song. That's a good start for Canada. Both players are above 99% accuracy. And Visha, running at 99.8%, holding a full combo. A very dominant play in the lobby right now. And halfway through, China's almost down 200,000 points. It's a bit of a brutal start for them. And it's not going to get any easier, as the second KI time does bring extra challenges.
Yeah, I mean, we can see Pueji there dropping on the slightly more technically dense section into the final break, which precedes the final KI. Janitor holding very, very strong after that, just those initial hiccups. Now, I do say that Janitor does pick up a miss right before the KI, as long as Pueji and Michael, so...
Yeah, Canada's supreme dominance is not posing any sort of a threat from China. Especially with Visha following up with a very nice, strong combo. He's actually on the path to getting a full combo if he just nails the ending here.
Yeah, I did. I mean, like, Visha, it kind of makes sense, that unbelievable performance with a 5-100 play.
Yeah, and a very convincing score difference as well. I think that's one of the largest score differences we've seen this entire weekend. Very convincing
Could
start.
very well be, yeah.
It has to be one of the biggest, but a very convincing start for Canada.
Absolutely, yeah. This is very commanding.
They wanted to set the bar, and they set a very high bar.
But
now
the
China...
ball is now in China's court with their pick. We could definitely see a completely different shift in terms of pick priority here.
Mm-hmm. Especially when, you're thinking to yourself, all right, maybe faster double time is not an option. Maybe Nomad 3 may not be as comfortable. They were convincingly beaten on DT1. But they still have a couple of choices that they can go for. They can try either Hidden, either Hard Rock, still free mod 1, and a lot of Nomads still in play. So,
I mean, it'll be interesting to see if either team decides to spring for free mod 1 this quickly. Just given the fact that both teams banned a free mod, albeit they did ban a more technically challenging free mod, and I mean, free mod 1 is not a walk in the park by any stretch of the mean, but
it was better than the alternate free mod picks. I mean, that's why I didn't get banned.
Right.
So, China sitting around deliberating their next pick.
I mean, there's a lot of angles of attack for this. They do decide to go with Nomad 1.
Mm-hmm. And especially when you're picking especially when earlier picks of the match, you have more choices to choose from. You don't have as much information to play with, and you gotta weigh your prospects without fully understanding your strengths and weaknesses and your opponent's strengths and weaknesses and comparing them and whatnot. So it is understandable earlier on that it tends to be a bit longer decisions for that very reason.
Yeah,
it looks
for
like
sure.
China is opted for no mod 1.
I mean, yeah, like, going into the mindset of both of these teams, and really any team in TWC this year, when you have this best of 11 format and you're picking these initial points, there's a lot of strategy that can definitely go into it. You can weigh whether you want to expend your strongest picks first, or maybe even bank on the fact that the team you're going up against will pick your strongest picks before you pick it, so that you kind of have more leeway to pick maybe more risky plays. There's a lot of different potentials that either of these teams can be thinking of during these earlier stages. So
Exactly.
But with this no mod 1 pick, it is kind of a technically challenging map. A little bit strong in the tech department. So let's see if this relatively risky pick will be picked, or will go for China. Because, I mean, both Janitor and Visha are very, very strong on this style of map.
Exactly. And we should be getting started in a few short moments here, as we're also having a referee swap in the middle of this pick, as well as Tiger Eyes taking a backseat now that Draco's caught up all the speed. So everybody is getting ready here. And here we go.
The MP Star Command, yeah. With a little bit of client sync, we should be underway on this no mod 1 pick from China. Their first pick in the match, but could also be the first break point of the match if China is not careful enough.
Well, we will see. Does Canada have room to compete? We will see. Players have to be a little bit careful, because there are some patterns here that will look like 1-4s, but you're actually 1-6. And that can affect players' accuracies and combos, like Koeiji's combo as he picks up the first miss of the map.
And again, on another 1-6 pattern.
Yeah, it's quite difficult.
Ooh, Michael
on.
Just before the first KI.
So this is a good start for Canada. Canada have 2 players. Janitor sitting on a double S, full combo, and Visha on a full combo himself, nearly at a double S. And it is very quickly contributing to a nice 50,000 lead, 60,000 lead. It's going to be extending just a little bit more because both Chinese players are not at 400 combo.
Yeah, that combo momentum is going to be pretty significant for Canada, and especially given the fact that the map is 2 minutes and 32 seconds long, there is not too much map, and to be fair, we do only have about a third left. Janitor's still kind of slaying it there with the double S. Really solid performance.
And Visha following up with a very convincing performance of his own. So Canada, absolutely nothing to fear right now, as they are up on the accuracy and they're up on the combo. And if you're up on both of those factors, you are winning.
Yeah, and here's the final KI of the map. And this is kind of Janitor's ball court. This is exactly the kind of stuff that he's known for excelling in. Visha getting a drop as well as Koeiji. With those varying SVs there.
Yeah, but Visha will make a fast recovery, still holding 99.8% accuracy. Very good result. And Janitor himself making it to the end of the song It's still holding the double S. Cannot
He
go
holds
wrong
it.
from here. No, he will hold it.
Per
See? Told you, he holds it.
now, about 13. Well, actually, no. I think at this point it's 11 or 12 hours ago. I did do some commentary with him on TWC, and I did say live to him that I will be watching him and that he better not disappoint. And this is very much not a disappointment. That double S is phenomenal on a map like this. Oh, immediately into DT2. Clearing up the DT picks.
And DT2 is the next pick.
And now, this map, very long.
Yes, this is one of the longest maps in the pool that is not the tiebreaker.
I mean, this is pretty much...
Up until this year would be the longest map in the pool. So, definitely challenging. And we already saw how dominant Canada was in DT1. Will the same happen here? That remains to be seen. Also, for those who do enjoy an infected mushroom, it's definitely quite a banger for you. So, looking forward to see how these players perform.
It's actually... I'm a little bit surprised that Canada went with this pick, all things considered. Just...
I'm not surprised. I think it makes sense.
It does, I guess, after, like, thinking about it a little bit. But in my mind, what I was thinking about initially was just, like, hearing about what Janitor was saying about this map and sort of the consensus of this essentially just being TB2. It surprised me initially, I'll say that.
But I'm not surprised at all. I mean, they know that double time 2 is much harder than double time 1. Maybe not in terms of like density and, you know, structure, but the sheer endurance of the song itself presents a lot of challenges. And Canada just saw them beating China by, what was it, 400,000 points.
Right.
It's not a hard conclusion for Canada to just think, yeah, we can follow it up with another double time 2 performance. And that's what they're going with. Now, are they right in that assessment? And does that assessment carry over amongst both double time 1 and double time 2? We will see. You know, that is ultimately the question. It is important at the end of the day.
Oh, Ueji there with a very, very early miss.
Yeah. And Michaelon, doing himself all right at the start of the song here.
Ooh.
Never mind. We've just hit the curse quota for the match. As he picks up the early miss in the introduction. And here we go, the introduction out the way. Visha will pick an early drop.
Very interesting. From a player like that, I was not expecting a miss this early on because the patterns aren't necessarily that intense. They are challenging, that's definitely for sure, but...
And especially for the long period that these guys will be playing, you can definitely kick in later. And right now, Canada repeating their success in double time 1 with a very good 70,000 lead early on.
Alright, and this section can definitely be rough to keep back on. A lot of even-numbered patterning. Now, Pueji having a drop there, as well as Michael shortly after.
Both players from China struggling to keep their combos up, and I guess Bancho is as well. as Bancho is struggling to contain the excitement of this round of 16 matchup.
Yeah, Client having a little bit of fatigue.
Yeah, I know there's been some client issues with other community tournaments earlier today. So let's hope that client bugs don't plague us here.
Okay. That 1-6 burst, no player seemingly having an issue with that. Huiji, I believe, was the only person picking up a couple of 100s on it, but I mean, looking at Janitor and Visha holding very, very strong upper 99.5% accuracies with very minimal miscounts. Michael dropping there just a little bit ago. It's looking really, really strong for Canada right now. Oh, now Visha.
Visha does pick up the miss, but they are so far ahead in score right now, they have absolutely nothing to fear.
Yeah, with how long this map is, that is quite a huge difference.
Yeah, collectively amongst both players, I think they're up maybe 5% accuracy. 5% up on accuracy on at around 3 minutes, as where we're currently at, is a lot bigger than being up 5% in the first minute or so. So it is, the scale of their advantage right now is huge.
Alright, all eyes are on Janitor here on this really, really long and obtuse stream. And he's hitting it with flying colors there. Michael did drop just a little bit ago.
If Janitor can make it through these streams, he may be on the path to a full combo.
Ooh.
And when I pointed that out, that happened. That is rather unfortunate. It's a very tough stream, so it's not that surprising, but at the same time, unfortunate for Janitor. He does pick up a combo drop, and his accuracy actually suffered considerably with it. I think he lost nearly 0.5% on accuracy, if I was recalling correctly, but Canada still very dominant in the lead. With very few notes left in the song, it's clear that Canada will be taking the third point. So they're now up 3-0. They're 3 songs away from victory.
Yeah, Visha with a very commanding 9-100 3-miss performance. Janitor having those 9 misses, all from a note lock on a single stream, as well as picking up a massive amount of 100s as well. I believe Janitor was the highest AC in that lobby for most of the map until that very, very long stream pattern. So
yeah, and it looks like Nomad 3 is the next pick. Oh, this will be interesting.
Very true.
Because we've just seen Canada beat China on 2 very fast double time picks, and China's just followed up with the fastest Nomad map. They're doubling.
A map that echoes DT1 sentiments very, very well.
And the Lilith. It's like if Nomad 3 and DT1 had a baby, this would be it.
Right.
Compromise the speed, but increase density.
I mean, it is OD 6.5, so easier to AC than any of the DT picks that they've played so far. Plus, the fact that it isn't DT and it's just good old Nomad, you don't have that weird sort of offset.
Accuracy requirement.
Yeah.
100%.
So it could be a very different story on this. We'll just have to see. Canada is currently up 3 points with quite a bit of momentum right now.
And if they win this, they will be up 2 break points, which would be very damaging for China's chances. We will see, as the players will be getting started shortly.
All right,
So it looks
with a
like
little bit of client sync, we should be underway.
Like
There's a
Otakus
sub.
Rin will be stepping in for China, first time playing in the match.
I believe this is the first sub that we've seen in the match so far.
Will the new player bring in fresh hopes for China? That remains to be seen. Players can switch in whenever. There's no set requirements or anything like that. So far, Jana and Visha have both been just playing every map. There's no limits in terms of rotations or whatnot. You just pick the 2 best players in the lineup.
Otakus Rin with a little bit of act troubles there at the 96% mark, as well as dropping just a bit earlier. Not the performance that China is needing right now. Pueji, on the other hand, was doing really, really well, had phenomenal act for the intro and beginning sections of the map, but has been picking up sprinkles of 100s throughout the map as it kind of unfolds. Otakus, I believe, dropping on a 1-3 snapping.
Yeah, and Canada, both players have just been playing flawlessly. They were refusing to give China any wiggle room.
Yeah, Visha with a 1-100 play and Janitor with a 2-100 play, looks like, or... Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Now, this is the techiest bit of the song, so I could see some 100s coming from Janitor or Visha with a potential to miss, as Otakus Rin does as well.
Well, he's the only player I've missed in this section. The other 3 players still in their full combos. They clear that section. Good result for them. And Canada ahead by nearly 200,000 points. This late in the game is unlikely for China to take a point back here. So
yeah, with just continuous misses from Otakus Rin, this pretty much spells Canada's point.
Yeah.
With a 1 and 2 100 play from both players. Only
Ooh.
3 100 split between the team. That is
insane.
Extremely impressive.
Credit also to Pueji, who picked up only 23 100s. That's a very strong result himself.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, China not finding anywhere to try and get a first point on the board. They're down 2 break points. They're down 4-0. And Canada is only 2 points away from victory here. And they're picking Hard Rock too. Oh, this is unrestrained. Oh, this is...
Oh, goodness.
They're going all out. Jin Kaninki is calling. They want their whispered music back.
I wonder what that 2 roll was for. Heads and tails?
So, 3 minutes and 14 seconds in length. This song, it's very reminiscent of last round's Hard Rock 2 pool, in the sense that it's fairly consistent, fairly high OD rate of, I believe, 9.1 in this case. It's a little bit lower. And actually, no, I think it's on par with last round's Hard Rock pick. But still, quite challenging to accurately hold. And it has a fairly consistent BPM rate of 215. So here we go. The players are getting underway with the next song here. Will Canada's dominance in this match continue, or will China find an opening in the Hard Rock pool? This is the first test for these players.
very early miss there from Ataka's room. And early act problems as well. Kueiji also dropping in the intro section.
He did drop, but he did make a fast recovery. So his accuracy is only 98 for a short while. Janitor and Nanas continuing their accuracy dominance in the introduction of the song here. Janitor holds the double S and Nanas falling behind with 1 or 2 100s. But these streams are going to start rolling in. If you miss, it can be quite a while until you come back. As Atakurin is finding out, holding only 90% accuracy after picking up several misses in the starting streams.
Through the first third of the map, it definitely looks as if this isn't one of China's comfortable picks.
This is Canada's pick. So
right.
China did not make this decision, and it looks like Canada's dominance in hard rock is going to be just as good, if not maybe even stronger than their dominance in double time. They are ahead by 250,000 points, maybe even more. And China is struggling in this map. Oh, did I also forget to mention that the HP is 10? So, with the HP of 10, it's quite possible to fail with like 90-something%.
Yeah, a note lock would entirely just devastate your chances of passing this.
But this is quickly turning to a slaughterfest.
Looks like Janitor did drop their double S.
He did drop the double S, but he's still up, I think, 1 or 2 100s. And as the song wraps up to an end, both players in China missing. Canada looking to win by nearly a margin of 500,000 points. And all 4 players clearing the song. So Canada only picking up 17 100s amongst themselves. Very phenomenal results. And now China is next to pick. They've lost the first 5 maps. They have to reverse this if they want any shot of winning. It's a very impossible task, but it is one that they have every right to try. And now China will be making their next pick. So China in a must-win situation. Very unlikely to go with hard rock. Both DTs are out of the pool, so they don't have to worry about double time. So
Hidden hasn't been touched yet. I would definitely say No Mod 5 would be the worst possible pick against Canada.
Canada, yeah. The Canada is very good with their preparation. So yeah, maybe Hidden might be the only choice. I mean,
Hidden 2 ideas, Hidden 1 as well.
Yeah, I understand the decision to go with Hidden 1. Because No Mod 5, Canada's one of the best teams in terms of preparation.
Yeah, I would probably say Canada probably would have the highest score in the tournament for No Mod 5.
No Mod 4, very stamina-based, similar to some of the other picks, might have been struggling for accuracy. No Mod 2, maybe. I don't know if they want to trust their tech skills. Yeah. And then there's Free Mod 1 and Hidden 2. And Hard Rock 1 is probably not a correct decision.
Yeah,
so
especially given their performance on Hard Rock 2.
So, looks like China's calling in the big guns. They're calling in Okura Arizona. He turned things around for China, hit and won. If Canada wins this, they will win this in a sweep. And very convincingly advance to the quarterfinals, but China still has a chance to stop that. It's just going to be whatever unfolds in these next 2 minutes.
Honestly, so much can happen on this map. It can go either way for either team.
100%. OD is 6.5. 2 minutes in length, star rating of 5.7. The BPM is 145, but it doesn't sound like it in some sections. Somewhat technically challenging, as there is a lot of 1.4, 1.3 sapping that is involved. Some of them in the middle of streams, like you will see throughout this Gyaito. But Canada, both of them are still flawless in the double S's. Oh, Jenna just lost his, but
yeah.
Wow,
as
Canada
you pointed out,
getting stronger here.
And Nanner's actually dropping FC. Although Okura-Risona dropped FC a little bit earlier, there is going to be a bit of a combo momentum advantage for China, but given
the accuracy is... Yeah, the accuracy is a problem for China. Okura-Risona is doing alright, but Michaelon, I guess underperforming in comparison to his competitors, is it actually giving Canada a huge lead?
Ooh, that is a huge drop.
That is a huge drop. Nana is dropping himself, but the accuracy is not making this much of a contest. But still, Jana is the only person left with a full combo. He's looking to finish this on a strong note. And as the song wraps to an end, Canada is not slipping up here. And it looks like Canada will be winning this match 6-0 in a very convincing sweep.
Is that a 3-100 play from Janitor?
I think it was 5.
5.
It was 5. I count correctly. There we go. 5-100 play. So, there is a match in the next 20 minutes or so. But we will be covering that soon.
Yeah, congratulations to Canada for securing your spot into quarterfinals. China will have a chance to stay in the tournament in the losers bracket here, which we'll be able to see next weekend, but we're going to be taking a break here for about the next 20 minutes. Hopefully everyone here can stick around for that. Should be a very fun and exciting match
Between Taiwan and the United States.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be good to watch. I'm invested. So, stay tuned. We will both be back in about 20 minutes. Until then, thank you all for watching, and stick around as Taiko World Cup Round of 16 weekend continues.
changing. The knowing feeling could make you fall from the dreamy skies. Suddenly the deepness can't get through. Realize I fall along with you, and you're looking into cold green eyes. Ooh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the continuation of the round of 16 weekend of Taiko World Cup 2021. I am Beat43210, and joining me today will be none other than Mango Miser, and both of us there are going to be covering the match between Taiwan and the United States. Mango, how are you doing today?
I just woke up. I figured I wanted to cast, so let's go.
Hell yeah, that's exciting to hear. I forgot you only just woke up a few minutes ago. So
Yeah, that's about right.
That entire first question was pointless.
It's good. It's good. It's all good. It's only just 4 a.m. Very early.
4 a.m. commentary, best commentary. That is a fact.
Anyway, looking at the match right here, we've got Taiwan versus United States. Taiwan led by team captain Monkey D. Luffy, and US with Loopy 542. What do you think is going to happen for this match?
Ooh. What did I put in my pickings? I think I said that the United States would win 6-2. I think that the United States are stronger than the Taiwan team, and I think that they won't be as convincing as we just saw in the recent matchup between China and Canada, but I am still expecting the United States to come out on top at the end when all is said and done.
Yes, but we might have jumped the gun here, because just a quick ban recap. The US won the roll with 15-5. Taiwan was first to ban, banning Hidden 1, that's Afro Knuckle, and US followed up with Whispered Under Strain, that's Hard Rock 2, the faster of the two Hard Rocks. And then they will be picking Ano Yo Bus. I probably butchered the name there, but that's the speed hidden map of the pool.
That's all good.
Makes sense. If Taiwan bans hidden, then pick hidden, right?
What could go wrong? Most of the time it doesn't go wrong. So, the reasoning is solid, but will the skill match the reasoning? That is what we're about to find out, as Cheese Salad and RJ will take on Yamayo and Sean Happy in this exciting best of 11 matchup. And here we go.
Didn't know we had custom hit sounds on this on this map.
No, we didn't have custom hit sound. No one heard anything. But Yamayo, Def starting out strong, clearing the introduction with a double S. The only one left in the lobby. But United States holding better accuracy overall. It's giving them a very slight accuracy lead in the start, in the lead up to the very first key item. And now, moving to the first key time, RJ will pick a considerable drop in accuracy, which is going to flip the lead over to Taiwan. As this is really just a battle between Sean Happy and RJ right now. Maya and Cheese Salad very flawless with their performances.
Yeah, speed hidden and slow hidden are two different games here. So while Taiwan did ban the slow reading oriented hidden, reading speedier hiddens like this, it's a different skill set entirely.
100%. And Taiwan is certainly looking that they're far more competitive than what the United States anticipated. That's why they're currently nurturing a 10,000 lead in Taiwan's favor. The accuracies are all very similar. It's just that one break from RJ is currently giving Taiwan the advantage. But Taiwan is fighting back. They are... Sorry, I take that back. The United States is fighting back. RJ holding better accuracy. And it's actually cutting into Taiwan's very thin lead.
Yeah, they're clawing it back with accuracy, and Sean Happy's finding a couple 100s on the slower section. And with just like that, US have managed to take the lead back.
They have recovered from the mistake that RJ had earlier. And now they're the ones in the lead by 10,000 points. The 1/3 section of the song really helped them. It's doing them a solid. But
it's not over till it's over. We're finally reaching into the PI, which is at 1.1 times rate.
And Sean Happy will miss. Oh no. This is not good for Taiwan's chances. The United States is looking to finish this. And as the song is wrapping to its end, the United States will come out on top with a 60,000 margin of victory.
Yeah, it was looking really close towards at the beginning, but towards the end, Sean Happy struggling a little bit with the increased SV and picking up a couple misses.
Yeah, very phenomenal performances all around. Cheese and Yamaya both scoring 7 100s and 11 100s respectively. And RJ following up with a strong performance of his own, only 2 misses in the entirety of the song, and a very high accuracy to go with it. So, definitely a good start for the United States. Taiwan was solid, but the United States pulled out on top in the last third of the song. They got their win, which is what they wanted, and now Taiwan has to equalize with a strong win of their own.
Yeah, it's hard to say what Taiwan's gonna pick here. I have a feeling that they might rely on Monkey D. Luffy, as he's the most experienced and probably the strongest player on the Taiwan side. So we might see a lot of picks favored to his strengths. I'm talking hard rock,
yeah,
double time, that sort of department.
Well, we're actually going to be seeing Dark Days. I think this is the first time I'm seeing this. Nomad 4. We have not seen this in this recent block or of streams, because we did not see this in Canada and China. So, points for song diversity in terms of the songs that we're going to see. So, for those who are very interested in very long, punishing streams, this is the map for you. Clocking in at an OD of 6, 3.5 minutes in length, 146.7 BPM, and a star rating of 6.6. It's filled with quite a lot of streams that will challenge all sorts of players, particularly mono players as well.
Yeah, so the BPM is actually 220, and the 146.7 bit is just 2/3. It's sort of like a transition.
Oh, hang on a minute. Client, no. No Bancho. We've moved on from the times.
Oh no, what's going on with the background?
Ah, yes.
Yeah, Mal,
just
going
hit the
back
quick
in the
reset.
past.
The 11 100 wasn't enough. If it's not a double S, we're not moving forward in time.
It would have been funny if we had another Mira moment, though.
I refuse to miss the all those players missed at the start there.
Yeah, I don't think those were real misses.
Yep. Yeah, they're not. The client's just syncing up. I believe Yamaya is the only one left. Right.
Well, we'll just have to see. I mean,
We'll see in a few moments. So, anyways, getting on the way, United States seemingly holding a bit of an early lead. Yamaya did struggle in the introduction. Looks like out of all those misses, it looks like the only one that was legitimate was Yamaya's miss. So, United States starting off with a very strong performance.
Oh, that looks like a real miss, if there were any doubts earlier.
Yep, that will confirm it. The United States now in a firm lead. As Monkey Be Lucky and 3san mirroring each other's performances. So is RJ.
Ooh, RJ's gonna find a massive no-lock there. That's not quite enough to give Taiwan back the lead.
But it's going to eliminate most of it. That is
RJ will drop below UML's accuracy.
So, and when you consider the combo momentum that will kick in, it's pretty much going to turn this to back to a dead tie. The United States had a very strong lead, and it got blown up all in one stream. Goes to show how dangerous this map can be.
Considering that we've seen misses already, not be surprised to see more drops. It's only halfway through the map.
And it's going to get more dense in the second half here. And now the players are all aware of what's going on here. They know it's basically
500 points the difference, yeah.
They know it's pretty much fair game. But it's going to put a lot of pressure on the top players as Monkey and 3san are just sitting there like, oh no, we can't do much better than this. But we gotta hold on and hold strong. Mayo is gonna fight against RJ, try and get something.
The worst thing is having like a slow section and then like a BPM change, and you're like, how fast should I play? And you can see US's act just completely tanked there on the 1/3 section.
And Taiwan had the slight lead for a few moments there, as pretty much as the combo momentums equal out, Taiwan and the United States are even on accuracy. As incredible as it is to say.
Yeah, any drops could be very punishing now, because we're nearing the end of the song.
But Taiwan's holding the very slight lead. They only have like 2,000 points in their favor. But even picking up a lot of 100s in the last stream, it can flip the lead over. It's going to come down to the very last note here. Will Taiwan hold?
Oh no, Monkey D. Luffy! No. What are you doing? Oh my god, that's so painful! That was like literally the last 5 notes. You can like the last 8 notes you can see 3san with the full combo. Monkey D. Luffy just dropping the ball at the very end. That is, oh no.
Oh no. Monkey! Oh, that's unfortunate. That is heartbreaking. You know, especially for Monkey, who was playing so well in the whole song. He was rivaling 3san directly. Nearly a double S. Just to see it all just slip away in 5 notes at the very end. Misreading possibly the very last set of notes you gotta read. It is brutal.
You were right, it really came down to the very last notes, quite literally.
Oh, no. Taiwan, that is a heartbreaking break point in United States' favor, but on the upside, if there is an upside to this for Taiwan, they have shown the United States that their picks are going to be quite dangerous. But they're down a break point, which actually kind of makes it a bit interesting, because the United States is now sitting here questioning themselves, thinking, okay, we can't go with hidden, because we only won at the very end. And no one may look very sketchy, because Taiwan was directly right next to us, side by side to the very end.
Ooh, that's interesting. US going for HR.
So, yeah, they might have been. Yeah, looks like they're going with Hard Rock 1.
Looks like they've exported one of their players to Taiwan. Never mind.
Oh man, who cares about flying restrictions? It's gonna just export.
Play for whichever team you desire.
Ah yes. Can I join Team Japan?
I think there's like a very long list, a long waiting list. If you want to Team Japan.
Yeah. there's a very long list. And we're nowhere near the top.
Yeah, I say this is interesting because actually last week in group stage, I think it was your team that decided to pick HR against Taiwan, and they actually were incredibly dominant on HR.
Don't remind me.
Monkey D. Luffy is one of the most accurate HR players in the game. Like, I think people sleep on him a little in that regard. So,
yeah,
I don't know what Yue Miao is capable of in that regard, but
well, I know she's very solid in Hard Rock. As somebody who's seen her play and have competed directly against her literally last week, yeah, they are very strong with Hard Rock. And I'm kind of surprised to see the United States openly willing to fight Taiwan on this. They may be right, but it's definitely an interesting choice. So, the MP countdown is underway. This map will get started. But first, we need to go back in time because getting a near double S is not enough for Yumaya. There we go. We're back in the present. We're not moving back in time like it's 5-dimensional chess. And here we go. As the teams get underway, which is a very challenging Hard Rock pick. It's not the longest, sitting at about minute 53, and doesn't have the highest OG in the world, but it does have a lot of reminiscence to some of the tech that we saw in Hard Rock 1 last week.
yeah, this is just the early section, though. Once we start getting into the burst, we'll really see how players hold on in terms of accuracy. Right now, US have the early advantage, though.
But it is a very thin advantage. Even though you're up by 10,000 points on a shorter map like this that doesn't have as many notes, it doesn't mean a lot. And if you miss, it will go very quickly against you.
Right, Cheese Salad will trade with Yue Miao.
But Yue Miao down by 4% accuracy, minimum, and that is helping United States maintain their lead for the time being. Unfortunately for Taiwan, there's no combo momentum that could possibly start to negate this. But Cheese hitting that last note a little bit too early, almost risking a drop there. But he survives with his combo intact. And now the song is about to come to its quick conclusion. We'll see if the United States can hold on to the end here. And it looks like they will, as they pull ahead with a victory of 60,000 points. As Yumaya unable to keep up with the other three players in the lobby, picking up 3,100s and 4 misses, which is still a very strong result, but unfortunately Cheese, Chur, and Monkey are all better, surpassing 1,000,000 points.
Yeah, I'm actually really impressed by the US accuracy. Only 19 100s between the two players.
So, interesting start for the teams, as Hidden and Hard Rock are now all but gone from the pool. So the only pools we have left is both double dimes, 4 no mods, and 3 free mods. And they're going with their preparation. They're going to test the United States on no mod 5 with the gimmick pick. This is an interesting choice by Taiwan. And if you saw the group stage match between Taiwan and Australia, they did lose on the gimmick pick, but I saw in their previous matches after that, through MP links and whatnot, that Taiwan came back and they were much more prepared for that particular gimmick map last weekend.
Yeah, Taiwan's always found success when it comes to gimmick maps historically. Maybe this could be the ace in their sleeve?
So we will see. Taiwan is feeling confident that the preparation will get them on the board. Will that happen? We will see very shortly. So, the introduction getting out the way. All players keeping up with each other for the time being. Accuracies are a little bit all over the place, but they're all generally at least 98 or better. Wait, they're sitting at a tie. Okay. Surprising. But despite the accelerated finishes, that's not going to catch him off guard, but the slider will catch Monkey off guard as he is unable to hit the slider ticks. If you miss those slider ticks, you will miss in Scorby 2. But he does make a really fast recovery. In fact, Monkey has one of the highest accuracies in the lobby. So it's not going to be as big of a gain for the United States. But every little bit counts.
Yeah, there's going to be plenty of time to catch up. But that really depends on whether the US will give Taiwan the opportunity. Churro picking up a few 100s here and there.
Yeah, Churro will have to pick up a miss if Taiwan's going to get an opening. Unfortunately for Taiwan, Monkey picks up a second miss, tripping up on the 1-6 in between the 1-4 pattern. And his pains continue. As this pick is backfiring on Taiwan, as Monkey's unable to keep up with Yamaya, RJ, and Cheryshev, who all seem very competent to hit the 1-6, some of the trickiest 1-6 in the song. So, as the song wraps out to an end, the United States looking to take the lead here 4-0. Oh, but sure, hang on a minute. Sure,
nah, it's not enough.
Nah,
too little, too late. Too little, too late. They've built themselves a sizable cushion right there for the very end. So even though the score lead did drop by a couple of tens of thousands of points, they will
60,000 points.
Yeah, they will emerge victorious in the end.
Yeah, okay. So outside the minor scare, United States had quite a strong buffer, and it held up very well despite a 13 miss drop by Cheryshev at the end there. So, I mean, United States is in the best position they could possibly be in. They start up 2 breakpoints. They're up 4-0. They're picking next, and with this next victory, they can put themselves in a match point before Taiwan even gets on the board. But what will the United States go with? Because it's not. This is not the situation that we saw between China and Canada, where even though that they were up, 3-4-0, it wasn't like these have not been convincingly won for the most part. Some of the matches have been decided by mere thousands of points.
Yeah,
or at the very last second.
US is kind of walking on eggshells here. So far they've made all the right decisions, but one wrong turn
and they'll lose their breakpoint advantage. Well, then
sticking to
we-
free mod. Sticking to free mod is a good idea, I think. Well, not sticking, but you know,
dipping into
going
free
with
mod.
dipping into free mod because US has quite the capital when it comes to mod players.
And also, they have quite the capital in terms of map points. So they can pick free mod, they can pick whatever they're most proficient in, get a sense of what how strong Taiwan is, and if it backfires, it's not the end of the world. So, I think that this is a good call for the United States to move into the free mod pool. I'm expecting both players in the United States to go with at least a mod. I'm not sure if they'll go. I'm not sure if it's necessary to go with Hidden and Hard Rock for a particular player. They can do it, but do they want to take? Do they only just want to play 2 mods and go for the more consistency result, or do they want to try and go all the way, all in?
It's
with
impossible
3
to
mods?
know.
And it looks like we're about to find out. The United States will be going into this with a mod advantage, as Cheese Salad will be the only player to pick Hidden and Hard Rock. RJ, sorry, you want to say something?
Yeah, I'm just saying Hidden Hard Rock is a dangerous gamble, but it works wonders if you can pull it off.
Or blow up if it backfires.
It is a gamble. But looks like US will have the early lead here. Monkey Luffy finding a few uncharacteristic misses at the very beginning, but it's just out of the gate.
It's still fairly early days. Unfortunately, Taiwan's already heading to this with a mod handicap, so it's going to be interesting to see how Monkey can recover from this. Cheese with one of the lowest accuracies in the lobby, but has the extra mod, so he is doing all well if he can just stay above 98%. And he's being well supported by RJ, who is at 99.5% with the hidden mod. Also on a full combo. Yumayo doing pretty well. She is at 98% halfway into the song. Although against the United States, maybe trying to find some more if possible. And Monkey Luffy making a good recovery with the accuracy despite the early misses that he picked up.
Being bad, Cheese Salad finding a couple act drops, dropping to 97.
Oh, this is interesting. Dropping to 97, it's basically putting himself in line with Monkey in terms of score. And that's especially after Monkey already missed. So, interesting to see how things will go. If Cheese does miss, the accuracy and the score can drop very quickly, because he's already at 97%.
Yeah, there's not a lot of map left, and US have built themselves a very comfortable lead here. So even if they do miss, which they will not, but even had they missed, they would have still been fairly safe in that regard. But wow, double FC from US right there.
With 3 mods as well. RJ getting 12 100s, Cheese Salad with 39 100s and a finisher 100. Yumayo with 30 100s and 7 finisher 100s. And Monkey Luffy with 8 100s and 2 misses. All very solid performances. Everybody scoring over 1 million points. Going to show that they did make the correct decision by playing with their respective mods. But now Taiwan stuck with the impossible task of pulling back from 5-0. Not only trying to pull back from 5-0 to get to a tiebreaker, but to a tiebreaker that in a round that we haven't seen in 7 years until about 12 hours ago. In a moment that Manga would love to forget.
I wonder.
I wonder.
Anyway, I'm iCyborg. This is the speed map of the pool. So, very comfortable until the 2/3 mark where we slowly start to see more dense patterns than 1/3 streams.
And the OD is 6.5, which is about average for a no mod pick.
Have you seen the original GIF of this, like the non-TWT?
No, I never got around to seeing it.
So in the original GIF, in the 1/3 stream section, like instead of 1/3, it had like really, shall we say, liberal snappings.
What?
it went instead of 1/3 streams, it went for something you'd see like out of Primula or something. Like
like ooh.
Yeah, so it was like a mixture of like 1/5 or something, and like 1/3, 1/4. It was very hard to read. But yeah, anyway.
Wow, that sounds brutal. I might check it out afterwards. But for now, we have Amai Cyborg. 2.5 minutes as Taiwan begins a recovery. Get on the board.
Yeah, this could be Taiwan's last song.
It very well could be, but it could be the first of something epic. Unfortunately for Taiwan, Yumaya did pick up the first miss at the start. A bit of a confidence shocker, but Yumaya making quick work on recovering the accuracy. And it's keeping them very close with the United States, as the United States won't even get more than 6,000 points in the opening sections of the song here.
Yeah, if US just hold combo, Yamiao's I'm sorry, not her earlier miss might just be...
wait, 3 Cent actually missed!
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, 3 Cent missed, we completely missed it. Taiwan's taking the lead. Oh wow, and he's missing in another section.
Another miss? What?
Oh no, 3 Cent, don't let the nerves get to you. This is the slowest section of the song, you got this. Taiwan's gonna take every opportunity they can get.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They really need to hold true to the end, and we're just about to enter the 1/3 section. It's got 1/3 plus 1/4 streams. It is very tricky.
But so far, Taiwan holding well. Monkey Luffy is picking up a couple of drops, but not a combo drop like Cheat Salad did. And just like that, Taiwan's actually benefiting from this section.
That is something that I did not expect. But
wow, Taiwan's looking to finish strong here, going through the hardest section of the song.
But yeah, the song does pick up in density towards the end, but I don't think it's going to be any issue for Taiwan. Fairly straightforward patterns.
Especially with the margin of victory they have right now, it should be enough to hold. And it looks like it will be. Taiwan gets on the board.
1 point. It's not a clean sweep. Have we seen any sweeps today? Yes, we did.
Yes.
We just saw one.
We just saw
that was the only one, right? That was the only one.
Yes, that was the only sweep that we've seen today and in this round thus far. So, that is the only one that we've seen. And it may only be the only one that we see, as most matches have been played. There's only, I believe, 2 more after this. Oh, actually, hang on, there's Japan and Portugal. But outside of that, most of the other matches have been played. So, we sit around and wait for the next pick. They're gonna go with double time 1. This is interesting. We just saw Taiwan play very well on the fastest no mod in the pool, and they have shown very strong accuracies in both no mod and in some of the other mods. So it's entirely possible that Taiwan will be more competitive than what the United States believe. We'll see what happens here. Pickens did say 76% of people would back the United States.
Picking speed after losing on a speed pick? That's a bold strategy, but this is quite a bit faster and more accuracy.
Well, Boo and I saw that in the last match between China and Canada. You mean they picked double time, and then they're like, all right, let's go with this with no more 3, because why not?
Yeah, but I think US have the advantage here for sure. They have the accuracy.
But will they get the point? That is what we will find out shortly. As the next 2 minutes unfold, it's a tricky DT pick. So far, though, it is looking fairly even for both sides. As Monkey and Freesan are just mirroring each other in performances right now. And the real battle between Cheese and Yamaya.
Cheese is leading by about a percentage in accuracy.
Now, 1% actually is currently making all the difference in the United States' favor. And provided nothing happens to 3-cent or Cheese in terms of their combos.
And Monkey D will find a few act drops of his own as well. Freesan, the only pillar standing strong in the lobby, still holding to that double S with his single tap strategy.
If it works, it works. And he loses the double S, but is still holding the highest accuracy in the lobby.
Come on, two-thirds over. Taiwan, you can do this.
Yamaya looking for a way to get back into this. Sitting at 98%, a full percent down from Cheese. And it's currently resulting in a 30,000 lead in the United States' favor. And now that we're down to the last third of the song, any misses could be critical. Like that
you're right.
Right.
You're totally right. Any misses could be critical. And I think Taiwan's done here. There's nothing they can do unless we see a completely catastrophic failure on the US side. But so, yeah, that lead stretching on.
Never mind. Yeah, it looks like Taiwan will be going down 6-1 against the United States.
That's rough.
It is rough. It could have easily been 6-2, especially if Taiwan managed to convert on No Mod 4. So it is still well played by both teams. They came out and they gave a lot of good performances.
Yeah, it just seemed Taiwan suffered a little with not quite having a second player who could keep up for the majority of the maps. But a good showing nonetheless, and you will be seeing both teams next week. As this is the round of 16 stage, and no teams will get eliminated. So definitely plenty more to see from both.
From both teams, yeah, especially with the United States. They're now advancing to the quarterfinals. I believe they're going up against the winner of Argentina. Match, which would be Argentina. I could be recalling the brackets incorrectly.
No. They are going up against the winner of Portugal, Japan, and.
Oh, okay. I have recalled it wrong. So the winner of Japan and Portugal will determine their opponent. If history is anything to go by, Japan is favored to win, but Portugal did upset one team in the group stage. Will they upset one of the scariest teams in the competition?
That's a quite a tall order, I would say.
It is a very tall order, but they have every right as much as everybody else.
Hey, round of 16 tiebreaker happened this stage. Anything's possible, right?
Imagine that this. It's not. I highly doubt this will happen. But imagine the same week that the round of 16 tiebreaker gets played for the first time in Taiko World Cup recorded history is the same week when Japan loses. That would be like 1 in 7.5 trillion odds. But for both of them to collectively happen, But it could happen. You never know. We could be living that timeline. Anything is possible. So, yeah.
Anyway.
They're going to be going off in about 8 hours' time.
Yeah,
So-
it's time to wrap up, I would say. It's
I
getting
agree.
late for those who live in the Americas side of the world. And yeah, I've been Mangamizer, and join with me, Beat. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. And we'll see you guys in about, well, as you said, 8 hours.
Exactly. Take care, everybody.